How's it hanging, ladies and folks? My name is Chris R.R. Bauzo, and this is my show. You're about to hear the 8th chapter of my ongoing sword and sorcery sci-fi narrative. A story written, read, performed, and edited, all with your ear holes in mind. So don't even concern yourself with going back to catch up quite yet, because this episode, like every episode, just so happens to be the perfect jumping on point. And then, once you're hooked, feel free to go back and check out all the previous episodes of the show. There's plenty of content there to keep you busy till next week's tale drops. But for now, all I need you to do is sit back, relax, and allow me to unfurl the wizard scroll. The wizard worked tirelessly at his work desk, the one littered with scrolls and scraps of paper, blueprints, formulas, feather quills of all shapes and sizes, ink containers of all colors and consistencies, and various magical trinkets of the miscellaneous variety. Endlessly, he toiled before that cluttered mess of a desk, jotting notes down, drawing schematics up, running through his calculations forwards and backwards.
Bloody broken pencil! Pencil sharpen spell! All these runes, all these sigils, all this time spent! I'm burning my wizard weed joint at both ends over this fucking orc shit, and still, the spell is such a clunker! Who could have thought that something as elementary as a glass fortification room could turn out to be such a large mana sink? I mean, it will work, but 14 gallons of mana per second, that's crazy! Even with the entire planet's mana well at my disposal, I'll fucking run out at that rate!
He took a deep breath to compose himself, and slowly ran his fingers through his long, luxurious white beard, as he gazed back to the spot where his 420-gallon fish tank had once stood tall. In its place sat a collection of tied-up plastic bags full of water and miniaturized sea monsters. The scant few teeny little sea critters to have survived the ordeal some weeks prior, which included several seahorse-sized krakens, around 24 regular old clownfish, a pair of kappas, who have thus far refused to breed in captivity, and a gaggle of tadpole-sized great white sharks, who presently proceeded to devour one another, as the wizard had forgotten to feed them.
Oh shit, I forgot to feed them!
And lo, Azataz clambered to his feet and hastily sprinkled some fish flakes into each bag. Then he returned to his battle station, his work desk and comfy chair, sat back down and resumed poring over his notes once more.
Ah! The fuck are you?
Aghast to discover a miniature version of himself, dressed in all-white getup and tiny angel wings, who swiftly perched himself atop the wizard's shoulder and whispered lovingly into his ear.
Oh, don't worry, old pal. You'll figure it out soon enough. Just remember to keep your eyes on the prize. When you finally succeed, there won't be a force in this land powerful enough to hurt a fin, blowhole, or tentacle on any of our little fishy wishies ever again.
As if on cue, another tiny Azataz, this one clad in all black and little devil horns, you get the cliche. Anyway, he materialized from a puff of black smoke and sat atop his other shoulder.
Ah, shut up. Don't encourage the old fool. This spell runs like shit and he knows it. He's not a fan of your negativity, Devil Taz. Ah, you simp. Your sugarcoating act isn't doing him any favors either. Our boy sucks, and he knows he sucks, right, Azzy?
Who the fuck are you two? Get the goddamn out of my home before I squish you little bastards into goop!
Whoa! We're only trying to help, Azzy! What the fuck? Ah! Evasive maneuvers! Whoa!
Don't make me whip out the flyman swatter! I'll fucking do it, you little shit stains on my day!
Azataz the Wize?
A small, snow-white owl, adorned with a cute little mailman hat and tote bag, made his presence known, and regretted it instantly.
I'm sorry, is this a bad time?
Not at all! Always a pleasure seeing you, Ronaldo. Don't mind these two assholes. We were just, Playing a little game is all, yes.
There's no one else here.
The owl, now perched on the windowsill, delivered this bit of fake news rather matter-of-factly. Enough so that when the wizard whipped his head to either side, spun a full 369 degrees in his chair, and found Ronaldo's claims to be true, he couldn't help but ignore it entirely.
Never mind that. How's your buddy Bobby been? I haven't seen him in a minute.
He, was killed by some centaurs a couple weeks back, unfortunately.
Oh shit, I'm sorry for your loss or whatever. Anyway,
Azataz anywayed.
what scrolls do you have for me from the civilized world?
This time it's just your weekly cool magic trinkets catalog, and this scroll, postmarked with a black kiss mark.
Let me see that! Oh, good heavens. It seems my suspicions were true. After 50 long years, she is returned.
Ooh, a lady friend perchance? Can I see?
Get the fuck out of here, bird! This is a private matter!
Oh shit, oh fuck, I'm out of here!
My dearest Ozzy, it is with great pleasure that I extend to you the most gracious invitation to my return to Prominence Ball, a celebration of the Undead Empire's recent military conquests across the land, hosted by none other than me, than Umbrelei the Lich Queen. With the orc capital city of Wangtown under my control, its populace slaughtered, enslaved, and otherwise emaciated, it shall certainly be a most joyous jamboree indeed, complete with such festivities as a hauntingly beautiful dance floor with a live undead orchestra, an open bar stocked full of sweet wines, meads, liquors, and spirits, hors d'oeuvres, karaoke, pin the femur on the skeleton, axe throwing, and even a bouncy house filled with the blood of my enemies. This event is scheduled to take place on the eve of the next double full moon at my abode, Skull Cap Castle. If you are so inclined, feel free to bring a friend as well. It would be a pleasure to meet them. Yours in eternal darkness, Umbrelei the Lich Queen. Winky face. No, don't write winky face. Draw one on the page, you fucking...
Ooh, a party! The eve of the next double full moon is only a few weeks away. Who are you gonna bring?
I'm not going. With the way things ended between us, she's surely only inviting me out of spite. Why even bother entertaining it?
Oh, Azzy, it's been over 6,900 years since you two dated. Surely things will be different this time.
Even still, I'm far too busy. I have a whole mess of work that needs to be done here. But if I buckle down and review my runes some more, perhaps I can get this spell running properly.
You're just saying that because you have no friends.
Hogwash! I have plenty of friends!
Oh yeah? Like who?
That owl, and some others. You wouldn't know them, though. They go to a different wizard high school.
Dude, you really gotta get out more. Find somebody with similar interests, you know?
But...
Listen, and listen good. You got to get out of this goddamn tower, hit the local bar, find the hottest chick there, and have her pretend to be your girlfriend at that party. You'll look like a total stud in front of everybody, and your ex will get super jealous. It's a win-win if you ask me.
I don't know, guys. That seems mighty dishonest.
Who gives a flying rat's ass about honesty?
The angel added between puffs of a big old doobie in his hand.
You gotta show that fucking lich that you still got the goods, I said, while gyrating my little hips to added effect.
Maybe you're right. I have been working myself rather hard lately. Perhaps a night out is just what I need to set my mind straight. But first... Today's episode of The Wizard Scroll is brought to you by listeners like you. Head on over to patreon.com/The Wizard Scroll today for instant access to all sorts of patron-exclusive content, including, but not limited to, early access to new episodes before they're released, phone and desktop wallpapers, and a whole bunch of other shit as well. Sign up for a small monthly donation today at Patreon. That's patreon.com/TheWizardScroll, and you better know how to spell that. Anyway, that's about it from this old blabbermouth. Azataz, out!
The sprawling village of Oakburg was situated rather nearby Ashtown, with only about 30 miles of forest acting as a buffer between the two settlements. Though unlike the recently vacated collection of wood and stone huts that stood so dangerously close to the Wizard Tower, Oakburg still had people in it, and a lot of them. Due to its close proximity to the forest's eastern edge, this village had seen more than its fair share of passers-through, tourists, as well as permanent settlers, and over the years had grown into a small metropolis of sorts. Though nowhere near the size and scope of a proper city like Pineville, this village was home to a formal banking system, a couple of inns, and a vast variety of shoppies selling everything from produce to porno mags. But most importantly to the plot, this simple, unassuming burg also housed the hottest bar in this neck of the Tiger Woods, the Timberfall Tavern. A building comprised entirely of a single, colossal, building-sized stump, gutted and repurposed into a spot where Oakburg's denizens may come in and get shit-faced drunk at their leisure. If Azataz was to find a date in time for the Lich Queen's royal ball, this was the place to search. So he straddled his trusty Harley-Davidson M69 Sport and took to the skies above the canopy, whizzing by the waning sun like a really fast E.T. before careening straight through the walls of some guy's house, leaving a matching pair of Azataz-shaped holes in his wake as he nonchalantly went about his way.
Hey! I'm trying to get a late afternoon/early evening blowjob from my sexy orc wife in here. Why'd you have to come crashing through my goddamn walls like that? I just had them painted! Fork all of this! Come on, Karen, let's blow this pop stand! Pun intended!
The Timberfall Tavern, luckily for Azataz, was situated directly across the street from this big old pile of rubble, so he had very little trouble finding the place. And after parking his broom in the only available handicap-accessible parking space, the old wizard nervously hobbled through the sets of wooden double doors before him. Azataz was overcome with dread upon his first step into the place, as he was greeted by the rowdiest time he had encountered in a wizard's age, the all-elf boy band Macaroon 5, playing their chart-topping, least common denominator hits to a full house, a gigantic, writhing crowd composed of humans, elves, a handful of orcs, some dwarves, and even a couple gnomes as well. The whole lot of that rambunctious audience drank, danced, and made merry as they belted out lyrics along with the fivesome of elves performing on stage. Chatham Ravine, lead guitarist and vocalist of Macaroon 5, with his shirtless, jacked, and inked frame that made Magic Mike look like regular Mike. And also 4 other guys who no one seemed to know by name or even really care about.
Yeah, hi, how we doing tonight, party people? I'm Chatham Ravine, and we're just getting started, so keep dancing, keep drinking, and most importantly, keep the vibes high. Hit it, boys! A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Azataz stood by the entrance for a long while, watching from afar at the sheer mass of people transfixed on Chatham Ravine's glistening chest, as he sung in his iconic, disconcertingly high mezzo-soprano range. Then the wizard's gaze shifted over to the bar, to where a relatively smaller number of people had gathered. As it seemed, most of the bar's occupants had opted to enjoy their pale ales and vodka tonics amidst the chaos of the dance floor. And so, once he had some time to get a feel of the room, with his destination set, the wizard awkwardly shuffled his way through those ravenous fans. The ones who had packed so tightly by the stage that it was no small feat to simply navigate from one side of the room to the other. But finally, After traversing that heaving maze of screaming, heated bodies, all enraptured by good vibes and booze, the old wizard was parched. So he summoned forth a gold coin from up his sleeve and slammed it upon the bar.
I need a drink.
Any particular type of drink for you today, sir? We've got a whole bunch of specials to choose from. The Blue Motherfucker, the Orc J. Simpson Surprise, the Cran Apple Ass Blaster, some of our best sellers. Then we have...
I literally don't care. Just make it strong.
He plugged his ears with his fingers, a vain effort to find some respite from the infernal music blasting his eardrums.
And can I get some napkins while you're at it, perchance?
Sure thing, bud. One blue motherfucker and some napkins coming right up. The wizard quickly balled the napkins up with a little bit of spit and shoved the two big wads into his ears like some makeshift earplugs. It did not work and looked ridiculous, but he kept them in there anyway, while the bartender set to work on Azataz's drink, pouring all sorts of liquors and some blue stuff into a large glass mug, filling it to the brim before adding a little blue umbrella on top.
There you go. Oh my god. Oh my god, wait. What is this blasphemous brew? Oh my god, it's awful. Hold on, let me get another taste real quick. Ugh. Yeah, it tastes like blue raspberry and pain.
That's because it is blue raspberry. Hey, Peter, he thinks there's blue raspberry in this. A sexy orc lady in a crop top and cut-off jean shorts emerged from the dense crowd and pounced at the bar. She took a seat next to Azataz as she leaned up onto him in such a way that both he, as well as you, dear listener, could get a real good look at that cleavage.
I'll have what he's having, Reggie.
She wrapped an arm around the mortified wizard's shoulder and scooted even closer up next to him. And her arm squeezed the wizard's frail old body so tightly that he struggled to breathe, let alone speak.
So what's your name? Beautiful.
You can call me anything you want, baby, so long as this round's on you.
She placed a firm hand on the wizard's lap and squeezed tightly, more than enough to warrant another gulp of the blue motherfucker he held in his shaking fist, as she raised her eyebrows twice in quick succession and gave the wizard the fuck me eyes. You know the ones.
Sure, Reggie, my good man. One blue motherfucker for the comely young lady, please.
You got it, boss.
You know, you're really hot for an old guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I always had a thing for older men that buy me things. Something about it really turns me on.
The orc maiden paused to take a large gulp of Reggie's blasted blue swill, then deliberately poured some all over her bosom area while maintaining eye contact with the wizard.
Oops, looks like I spilled some. How about we go to the bathroom together and you can help me wash off?
Okay.
How the heck did you manage to screw that one up?
Angel Taz asked, in utter disbelief as he held a raw steak over the wizard's eye.
It's not my fault that I vomited all over her. I just wasn't expecting there to be so much green crust all up between her breasts.
You idiot!
Devil Taz dejected from below as he plopped a fresh bag of ice onto his groin.
All orc maidens have green crust in their titties. That's the best part.
This is hopeless, guys. I've been out of the game for too long. There's no way in heck I have what it takes to do this sort of stuff anymore.
Don't worry about it, champ.
Angel Taz lifted the slab of meat from the wizard's black eye and gave a quick peck to that angry purple bruise, healing it instantly as he spoke.
That was just the practice round. You'll get the next one for sure. Not with those weak lines, you won't. What's your name, beautiful? Last time I heard an icebreaker that lame was back in Wizard High School. I think it's safe to say that your lady-talking skills are sorely lacking.
All right, what sort of pickup lines do you have in mind? Riz Master Flex over here.
Whisper.
Yes, that could work, of course. Perchance it could. Eureka!
All right, party people. Now it's time to slow things down with a love song. So grab that special someone and get ready for a sensual slow dance that'll leave you breathless. Put your arms around me, baby. Can't you see I need you so? Hold me close against your skin. I'm about to begin loving you. Spit on your hand and stroke my cock at a medium pace. Play with my balls and tell me how big they are. Honey, rub your beaver up and down my fucking face. Sit on the corner of the bed and watch me whack off. You see that shampoo bottle now? Stick it up my ass. Push it in and out at a medium pace. Talk about your old boyfriend's dick and how big it was. Now shave off my pubes and punch me in the face.
Why, hello there, comely dwarf maiden, complete with beard. Somebody call the chops, because it's got to be illegal to look so fine. Would you care to take a chance and dance with a wizard in the pale moonlight, my dear?
Ugh, get away from me, you creep!
Hey, that's my wife you're talking to, balzo! Why, hello there, comely elf maiden. You have such lovely hair. Would you care for a drink, my dear?
Thank you? But no, I'm alright. I'm just here to watch the band.
Ah! Why are you wenches so difficult to court?
Excuse me?
One wants me to buy her drinks, this one doesn't, that other one's married. A lot of you are bloody mad, I say.
I mean, not for nothing, but your approach could really use some more work.
Is that so, wench? If you don't mind me asking, what could I be doing differently?
Well, for starters, you could stop calling me wench. It's $69.19 for Goblin Christ's sake.
My apologies, honey.
Ew, that's somehow way worse. I gotta go.
Wait, no, I'm normal about women, I swear! Ah! Why can't I do anything right? Why, hello there, comely gnome maiden.
Why do you keep specifying our races? That's fucking weird! You're weird!
Stop, please, go out with me, please! I'll give you 20 US American dollars if you'll be my pretend girlfriend. Fuck!
Oh, Azzy, don't get so hard on yourself. You're putting yourself out there and meeting new people. That in and of itself is a triumph in my book. Peace, old man. I think you floundered about for long enough. How about you sit back, relax, and leave the lady talking to me?
What do you think you're doing, little guy? Get away from my earplug!
Oh dear, Devil Taz, what are you doing in there?
Suck my nuts, nerd!
Oh, fuck, oh shit, no!
And he, a mere figment of the wizard's own imagination, had seized his psyche and held it hostage. As the freshly possessed wizard's eyes began to glow a deep, demonic red, and he slugged down the rest of his blue motherfucker in one single, flawless gulp. After finishing his drink, he turned and swaggered out onto the dance floor. He swayed his hips back and forth to the rhythm, like some real Saturday Night Fever-ass shit, thrusting his pelvis in all kinds of crazy directions as he slipped into the crowd and out of view. Meanwhile, up on stage, Chatham Ravine and his crew had inexplicably gained a sixth band member, who procured a triangle from his teal wizard robe and began whacking the shit out of it. Wait a sec, that's Azataz! How the heck did he get up there? Anyway, he banged that triangle so goddamn hard that it created a sonic boom that wiped out all the amps and speakers on stage, as they caught on fire and sputtered into disrepair in a matter of moments, much to the abhorrence of them all. But before most of those partying drunkards could even process what had just transpired, the wizard pulled a small wand from the sleeve of his robe and spoke into it like a microphone, magically projecting his voice out to that mass of confused and angry people.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between,
He paused, allowing his eye lasers to charge a little in his eyes before blasting all 5 members of Macaroon 5 simultaneously, as they each doubled over in pain and fell to the floor. And lo, before you could even say, "What the flippin' flap's going on here, Pap?" 5 demons had possessed the members of Macaroon 5.
Everyone, put your hands together for the Black Demon Society.
And as if on cue, because it was, the shirtless, inked, and washboard-abbed leader of this demon band stood center stage and addressed the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jack Guile, and I have one question for y'all. Are you ready to rock?
And the crowd went fucking wild. Thanks for tuning in to me screaming about wizards for a half hour. If you're still here, it's likely that you enjoyed the experience and are eager for the next one. Well, fear not, dear listener, because that'll be out next Saturday morning. So while you wait on that, feel free to explore all the previous episodes of the show. There's a wealth of Wizard Scroll content available for your binging pleasure right this very second. And if you haven't already, do yourself a favor and join my Discord server. It's the absolute best way to keep up with me and all the goings-on of this here podcast. Plus, there's dozens of like-minded peeps who are waiting to meet you. So click the link in my link tree and make some new friends today. But I digress. Word of mouth is how this show can continue to grow. So share the shit out of it with everyone you know. And until next Saturday, bye.